Scorpio, you are up for the December love energy reading. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. Let's talk about it. So I'm working with the Monera Erotic Oracle deck. And the first card that came out, which is also the number one card, is the Fire of Desire. The Fire of Desire. Now, this isn't exactly what you may think it is. What this card talks about is maturity, which is why I titled this, You Were Once Immature. I feel like there's a huge growth that has happened with you, Scorpio, or there's a huge growth happening. I really, really do. I think there was a point where it was, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. But you weren't necessarily giving anything in return. And due to that, it made any type of connection harder to maintain because it was one-sided. It may have maintained itself for somewhat of a time, but not for a long, I don't see a long period of time. I feel like this was a bunch of short-term connections, especially when clarifying with the Two of Wands in the reverse. That lets me know it was more short-term. Thing is that you're kind of leaving that behind, is what you're doing. This particular card, it says, the roads to regret and remorse. And when this card comes out, it's about moving over to calmer waters. You can look back, but that's not the goal. And if you notice here, with these two cards, and you look at the women, you notice how the one with the blonde hair, you can tell she's kind of young and a little bit free flowing, can be in the moment. But if you notice the woman with the dark hair, how mature that she looks. Let me bring it closer on her. Notice how mature that she looks as she's sailing away down the river. You can tell there's more maturity in this woman than in this one. There's something about this woman where if the question was asked, based off of looking at these pictures, which one is more mature? I'm getting this one. And that's what I feel. You were once immature. All of these changes that have been happening is healing you. Also, it's elevating you too. Also, your consciousness is being elevated as well. You're finding direction. I feel like for some of you, you found that direction through faith with the Hierophant. Also, the star card is Aquarius energy. Some of you might have Aquarius in your chart, or you could have been dealing with an Aquarius. The Hierophant is Taurus energy. Could be in your chart, could be dealing with one. But there's something about faith that has helped with this transformation of maturity, which both of these deal with faith. The star and the Hierophant card both deal with faith. Now, the other card that came out is the Hermit. This is about looking within. I feel, again, something has brought this about. More than likely faith, but doesn't have to be. But something has brought this about. It's forced you to look at everything, to reevaluate everything, which is why you have the Tower moment here. It's like, oh, wow, maybe there's a different way to look at this. Maybe I need to build from scratch. With the Death card in reverse, I feel like certain things in your past, certain people in your past, they will not want to let you go. Where you're looking to end things because, again, the Tower moment is shocking. And for some of the people that are around you or that are in your past, they may have been shocked when you had this revelation or when you have this revelation. Where they still want to hold on to you. They don't want you to end it. They don't want you to end the connections. But for you, you feel that now that you've matured a little bit more, you've outgrown these connections. Whether it's on a friendship level or whether it's on a sexual level or whether it's on a romance level. You feel you've outgrown these connections. What you're looking for is a victory. The Chariot card, Cancer energy. Death card is Scorpio energy. The Tower is Scorpio and Aries energy. So with the Chariot being Cancer energy, also a travel card too. This is about moving forward no matter what. Again, I feel like certain people or certain entities might be still trying to hold on to you. Might be still trying to, I'm like, I don't want to say energy vampires, because I don't necessarily think it's to that degree. I just think that when you're around certain people, you kind of brighten up the room, or what's another word? It's sort of like people are more engaged intellectually. Like they're willing to have more conversations sometimes when you're around. Because at times people want to get your thoughts on things. And with this, you're letting go of that. You're moving forward. You're claiming the victory. At the bottom of the deck, you have the World card. Fixed energy, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius. Also, Capricorn energy because it is Saturn. The World deals with lessons being learned, karma, travel, recognition, elevation. The World is another step to seeing who you are and to being your best self. Under the World card, you have the Ten of Pentacles. That's a lot of stability. That is available to you moving on to this new you that is a more mature version. Again, I feel like there was a lot of growing up that happened, and I also feel like it was heavily connected to faith. That's kind of what I'm getting. I don't know exactly how, but that's what I'm getting. I also heard something about a relative. Maybe that was it. Let me know in the comments. Did a relative pass away or something, and having to deal with all of that forced you to grow up? I feel like that might have been it too. Also, it could have been a job loss that might have forced you to grow. Connecting this back to love, this new growth will bring a lot more harmony to your relationships going forward. All right? So Scorpio, that is your message. Until next time, also, you're going to get a bonus. Be blessed.